In my previous video I was talking about various ways of preserving your mushroom genetics. Today I'm going to be having a look at how to make agar slants. I use these little sterile urine bottles to make my agar slants with. Really easy to do. And before we start, we just thought of a little recap of how to make the light Maltax agar. Now I'm only going to be making 250 milliliters today, because I only want to make a few slants up to show you how to do it. Now, first thing we need to do is get our little borosilicate glass bottle, pop your magnetic stir in there, and we want to add to it 5 grams of agar powder. So I'll just measure that out quickly on my scales. And here we've got the 5.5. That will do, that's fine by me. I'm going to put that into our bottle. Right, next thing I'm going to add is I want 5 grams of light malt extract. So we'll get that out of the jar as well. Six, a little bit too much in there. Take a little bit out. Yeah, 5.5, that'll do. And pop that into our bottle. Now, to our bottle, we are going to add 250 milliliters of hot water. Now, 250 milliliters is just up to the neck of the bottle, just like that. And we're just going to give that a bit of a swirl round to make sure that we have dissolved all of the stuff that we've just put in. And I might just whip it on the magnetic stirrer there for a little bit to give it a stir around for a few minutes. Now the next process is sterilisation. So to sterilise my bottle of agar that we're making, we're going to pressure cook that for about 15 minutes at 15 psi. So that looks pretty well mixed up now. So I'm going to go ahead, a bit of foil on the top of that, put it in the pressure cooker, and then we'll come back when it's done, and we'll go through the process of actually making the agar slants. So I've finished pressure cooking our agar that we're going to use for the agar slants. Now, just a little magic trick I'm going to do at the flow hood. If we get the rack and flip it upside down, these little supports on the side here are really good for holding your slants at the right angle while they set. Now I'm just going to give my hands a little wipe, put the isopropyl on, and we've got our bottle of agar ready to use. Now we need to make sure that this agar is cooled a little bit before we actually use it, otherwise it's going to get loads of condensation in the jars. So we're at 74. We want to get it to about 50-52 degrees before we do it. So while we're waiting for that to cool down, I'll just set up my little slants ready for pouring them. So as I say, these are sterile, come in sterile packaging. They do sell them online, various different places, and I have seen some for sale that I'd ordered, and they just came all in a big bag and they weren't sterile, so they got sent back. Make sure you get ones that are in sterile packaging, otherwise you're going to open yourself up to loads of possibilities of contamination. These can't be autoclaved, can't be done in the pressure cooker, so we need to make sure that we get sterile ones from the off. So I've got everything set up here, got one more here, and we'll just put that on the rack. Now we're just going to keep checking this every few minutes. See, we're at 70 degrees now, so we need to lose about another 20 degrees, and then we're going to come back and we'll pour the agar into the slants. Well, I'm back in front of the flow hood. See where we're at to now. We're at 52 degrees. That is good by me. Now we need to do this quite quickly, otherwise we don't want things starting to solidify. Now when we're pouring them in, always try and keep the label on the bottom. because we can then see the actual agar once it's solidified. So we've got one done there, and we're just going to pour number 2 in. Now it's not really necessary that your agar's exactly at 50 degrees or 52 degrees. A few degrees above will be fine. And as you can see, this magic little rack that I've been using just gets the slants exactly at the right slant. So we're going to pour that one in there, and when we're using the flow hood, try and work from the back towards the front, because then we are always not risking any contamination coming in from the front. So we're going to pop that one on there. Now let's go over to this one here. And just pop some agar in there. Now I've used the light malt extract agar recipe for these slants, and you can see in my previous video it goes into a bit more detail of how to make light malt extract agar. You could also use potato dextrose agar. Also got a little video about how to make that on the channel, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going to do the last one here now. Pour that into the, oops, too much in there. Pour that into there. Now we're going to get rid of this agar. Now it's just a simple job now of waiting for these to solidify and dry out, and there we have it. We have got our agar slants poured, so we're going to leave them to solidify, and we'll come back and have a look at how we actually use one of our completed slants, and we'll do a little transfer of some mycelium, enoki mycelium I've got growing on agar, and we'll put it in one of the slants that we've just made, and then we can put it into storage.